that you or one of your loved ones are in the hospital and you just received the news that there is no treatment plan for a disease that you're suffering from. Your only chance of survival would be if you were to receive a whole new organ. But where do these organs come from? They come from the selfless individuals that registered themselves to be organ donors before a tragic accident occurred. The person in need of an organ is put on a long wait list of people that also need organs as well. The problem with these organ donor lists is that they are so backed up that it could take several years before a person can receive their organ. This is crucial time that not every patient has. Today I'm going to persuade you to register yourself to become an organ donor. I will discuss what it means to be an organ donor, the lives that are affected by organ donation, and the endless opportunities for research. I know what you're thinking, and no, being an organ donor doesn't mean that a doctor has the right to retrieve your organs while you're healthy and alive. Even when you're in an accident, doctors are required to do every possible treatment before they even consider harvesting your organs. There are some cases when a person can donate their organs or part of their organs and still live afterwards. The human body has 2 kidneys, but it only requires 1 for survival. Also, partial liver donation is a possibility for organ donation, and it keeps both the receiver and the donor alive. Liver and kidney donation is just an option for donors, but they need to be fully informed of the possible side effects that are associated with donation. For other crucial organs such as the heart, liver, and intestines, the donors come from patients that don't have a chance at survival. Typically, organ donors come from people that are on life support or are brain dead. A medical team is required to exhaust all possible life-saving efforts to save a patient. When the patient is not responsive to this treatment, a series of tests is then conducted to find if the person is brain dead. According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, a person is considered brain dead when there is a final termination of activity in the central nervous system, which can be shown by a flat line on an EKG graph for a fixed amount of time. Patients are then put on life support so that they can breathe. According to organdonor.gov, a coma is different from brain death because a coma is when someone is in an unconscious state and is not responsive to stimuli, but there may still be brain activity in the lower parts of the brain, as opposed to the zero activity in a brain dead person. A person can live off of life support for an extended amount of time, but the chances of them coming out of a coma is slim. So before a doctor is allowed to receive organs from a donor, they must distinguish if the person is brain dead, or they must have the permission from the donor's families to receive the organs. When it comes to organ donation, everything counts and affects the lives of more than just an organ donor. Donate Life states that 120,000 men and women and children are currently in need of organ donations that will ultimately save their lives. Every 10 minutes that passes, another name is added to this long wait list of organ transplants. Thousands of people die every day, and with every person that passes away with a healthy organ but was not a registered donor, they take the possibility of saving a person's life away from a person in need of an organ. According to organdonor.gov, every day there is an average of 79 people that receive organ transplants. In the same time frame, there are about 18 people that die from just waiting for a transplant to possibly happen. These are more than just statistics. If you think about it, these are people like you and me. This means that there are 79 people in the world that are given a second chance at life because of an organ donor. And also, there are 18 people in the world that have their lives taken from them because they are waiting for a possible donation. When there are a number of lives saved from donation, that doesn't mean that the same amount of lives were taken in the process. According to UNOS, one person's body can save up to 8 people. That's a lot of people. A person can donate their kidneys, heart, liver, pancreas, intestines, lungs, bone marrow, cornea, and skin to someone that is in dire need of it. The donation of an organ is the ultimate gift of a second chance at life that not everybody can give. This is an unrepayable gift from a complete stranger. It is illegal to compensate someone for the donation of their organ, so they must do so out of the generosity of their own heart. The benefit of organ donation won't stop at just the lives it affects for individuals. They can also affect larger populations as well. Not only do organ donations have the possibility to save the lives of a person on a wait list for an organ, but there are multiple research opportunities that have the possibility of saving thousands of people. Organ donation and tissue donation are necessary for research centers for educational purposes. This research leads to the breakthrough for treatment for diseases such as AIDS, diabetes, heart disease, cancer, and leukemia, and so much more. Typically, when a researcher receives a donated organ, it comes from a person that has a disease that they're trying to find a cure for. When the researcher has the disease organ, they conduct several different studies to find three things: how the disease came from, possible treatments for the disease, and ways to remove it. The possibility for research is endless. When an organ is donated for research, their organ gives researchers an opportunity to help patients but that haven't reached the severe stage of organ donation yet. Ultimately, this decreases the need for the impacted list of organ donations. The age range of donors varies from all ages. Children under the age of 18 require the consent of a parent before a doctor is able to harvest their organs. But adults over the age of 18 that are registered to sign up to be organ donors don't need the consent. Becoming an organ donor is easy. When you register for your driver's license or your state ID, you can just check the little box on the paper that says that you want to become an organ donor. Or you can visit Donate Life and and register on their form, which is located there, and it'll probably take like 5 minutes, if anything. So I hope that I persuaded you to become an organ donor by discussing the donation process, the possibility of a second chance at life for a person, as well as the endless possibilities for research. Sign up to be an organ donor and make your passing of life have an actual meaning to it. Thank you.